Good day, football fans all across the world, and welcome to Jewel's Larry Sports. I'm your anchorman, Jewel's Larry, and on this channel, we'll be covering football from the Premier League, Spanish La Liga, Champions League, Europa League. We'll also be covering wrestling, talking about Monday Night Raw, NXT, Friday Night SmackDown, and all of WWE pay-per-views. We'll be talking about them in this channel. Then also, we'll be talking about NFL once in a while. And of course, mixed martial arts, the UFC. We'll be diving into that as well, talking about some of the crunchy fights that will be coming up later in the year. So without further ado, let's get to the matter of the day. Now, the matter of the day today is going to be about the Premier League. We'll be talking about the Premier League. I'll be talking about the games that will be played tonight. 3 games will be played 8:30 p.m. West African time, while the last game will kick off by 8:45 p.m. West African time. Now, those games would be talking about the teams. We'll be talking about predictions. I'll be giving out prediction tips for the stakers out there that want to cash out by the end of the day. So that said, I would like you to like, please subscribe, comment, turn on your post notification, share this video, as we'll be right back to give you the dish of the day based on Premier League predictions. Thank you. Now, today, we'll be talking about football. Premier League is back. And there are 4 crunchy games that we'll have to talk about today. The first game is between Norwich City and Chelsea. Norwich City is at the bottom of the table, while Chelsea find themselves in the 3rd spot. The second game we'll be talking about today is going to be the game between Southampton versus Newcastle. After that, we'll be diving into Wolves versus Watford. Then the last game we'll be talking about today will be the game between Leeds United and Aston Villa. Please, if you're joining us for the first time, I would like you to like, comment, turn on your post notification for more crunchy sports news, and you can share as well if you want to. Okay, now Norwich and Chelsea. If you were to look at that game closely, you'll see that Norwich City have been struggling all season. They find themselves in the bottom of the log, while Chelsea were struggling a little, but the last 3 games they've done well, and they're seated the 3rd on the table, even though they're out of the title race, but they're trying to hold on tight to that 3rd spot, so that Arsenal, Man U, Tottenham don't leapfrog in that position. Now, that said, what are my predictions for today's game, Norwich versus Chelsea? Well, I'll say it's going to be a high-scoring game. I mean, at least about 3 to 4 goals will be in that game. So for the stakers, those that are willing to put their money on the line, I would advise you play that game over 2.5. It will give you a better odd than Chelsea win. You can play Chelsea straight win, but playing it over 2.5 I think would be a better option, as I'm predicting Chelsea to win comfortably. But I still see Chelsea conceding as well. But I see them winning that game. I think that's it. If I'm to predict, I'll say 1-3 Norwich, 1 Chelsea 3. That should be my final answer. But Chelsea straight win over 2.5 if you want to stake that game. Now let's move to the next game. The next game, which is Southampton against Newcastle. Now, Newcastle, as you all know, they've been unbeaten in the last 8 league games, thanks to the new owners and thanks to Eddie Howe and the general transfers they did or they made. Those new signings have actually came and they've revitalized the whole team. Everybody's playing well. While Southampton themselves, who have not been playing badly, though they lost their last league game, and they're actually very strong when you go to St. Mary. That's a very strong hold for them. But I see Newcastle nicking this one. Maybe by a goal margin. I see the game ending maybe 1-2 or 1-0 in favor of Newcastle. So if you want to stick on that game, I think you should play a double chance on Newcastle as X2. I think win or draw for Newcastle. That is my prediction for that game. Okay, to the next one. After that, we're talking about Wolves versus Watford. And Wolves, they had a very, very good run till they lost twice to Arsenal home and away. And they had one more bad result after that against West Ham United. But I think generally they've been very, very solid defensively. Going forward, they've had probably one of the best defense in the league this season. So I think based on all that, and for the fact that they're playing at home, I say Wolves is going to win. They're going to win against Watford. I don't see it as a comfortable win because Watford, they are struggling and they may just be a spoiler, a party pooper, if you know what I mean. So I'm saying that game ending, say, 3-2, 2-1, but Wolves, straight win for Wolves. But definitely Watford will score, but they always concede more than they score. That has been the problem or the challenge they've had this season. So I'll go for I'll go for a Wolves win. If you want to play it over 2.5, definitely you can do that because there's going to be 3 or more goals in that match. Now we'll move to the last Premier League game for today, which is the game between Leeds United and Aston Villa. Leeds United, they've had a very, very awful season. I think coupled with injuries to Patrick Bamford. I mean, they really missed him this season. And now they've sacked their coach as well, Bielsa. So which means, I mean, they are searching for, the right path, and I don't really think they are going to get that against a rejuvenated Aston Villa who have been flying and scoring, banging in goals through all cylinders, thanks to the acquisition of Coutinho and some other players that were already there before now, the likes of Wandia, Oli Watkins, and of course, Danny Ings. So I will go for an Aston Villa win. And I see a lot of goals in this game as well. I'm seeing close to 4-5 goals in this game. But definitely an Aston Villa win. So those are my predictions for today, Thursday, Premier League fixtures. And I'll be doing some punditry later in the day or before the end of the day. But for now, for those of us, or those of you that love to stake, with this few tips I've given you, I think you should be able to have a cash out day. You should be able to cash out by the end of the day if you follow the instructions I've given and follow my tips to place your bets. Okay, so let me take you through the predictions one more time. For Norwich Chelsea, it's either you play Chelsea straight to win or you play the game over 2.5. Chelsea straight win or over 2.5 in that game. That's 3 or more goals. Then for the second game, which is the game between Southampton versus Newcastle, that game, you either play it draw or win for Newcastle. That is X2. or you play it over 1.5. Draw or win for Newcastle, that is x2 or over 1.5. Now the third game is the game between Wolves and Watford. Now that game is either you play it Watford straight win or you play it over 2.5. Watford, in fact, you can play that game in three different ways. Watford straight win, over 2.5, or go, both teams to score. Any of these options will definitely work in that particular game. Now for the final game of the day, which is between Leeds United and Aston Villa. That game, you could play it away win, or you could play it away win or draw, or you could also play it over 2.5. Any of those options would work fine in that game. In fact, over 3.5 as well might even work in that game. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please subscribe to this channel, like, share, comment, and turn on your post notification. I remain your boy, Jules Leary, signing out. Take care.